All right, there we go. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me get a good look at our audience this afternoon. Welcome to DuePoint. Welcome to everyone who's tuned in on a live stream around the country. So my name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint, and I'm going to be spending about 45 minutes with you as we describe our business, give you a little bit of information, background on who DuePoint is, how it was founded, where it started, and then more importantly, we'll get on to the benefits for you. Has it been worthwhile coming all the way out to Bryanston or getting your live stream up and running to watch this business presentation? And then after the presentation, you're welcome to come speak to me, ask me any questions that you might have. All right, so does that sound good? Everyone's like, I think so. All right, so let's begin. Maybe you'll be a little more enthusiastic once we tell you about all the money you can earn. Let's begin. So as you can see, we're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company in South Africa. We have been operating very successfully in the insurance space for almost 7 decades. We were founded in 1952, so a very long time ago. And although you might not recognize the name or the brand Constantia, that's because Constantia's never dealt with consumers before. They've always worked in the background because they've only worked with insurance companies, so other financial service providers. They've often underwritten a lot of long-term insurance products. So if you've ever paged through your insurance contract, which I know many of you probably haven't, but you'll see at the back there's often someone who's underwritten your insurance products, and that's typically a company like Constantia. But for the first time through DuePoint, we are now exposing ourselves directly to consumers, so you'll become a lot more familiar with this name and brand. The financial services provider license number that we operate under is that one that you see over there. That's very important for us. Obviously, we are regulated by the FSCA, so you'll notice in the foyer above the water cooler, we've got all these certificates up on the wall outside. Did anyone notice those? Go scrutinize those. Those are our Financial Services Board licenses. So we've got a long and short-term insurance license, an investment license, our FSP license, and we've also put up our accreditation with the direct marketing and the direct selling associations. We certainly take credibility very seriously here at DuePoint. For us to move forward with any proposed partnership or collaboration, trust has to form part of that. And so from today, I hope that your belief in this business will start to grow. And you are free to go scrutinize us, go Google us. We're part of a company called Conduit Capital, which is listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. The senior staff are these people up on screen. So the first 3 individuals on the far left are registered chartered accountants, CAs. Starting with Mr. Benfield, who you might have seen in the foyer. He's got a lot of experience. More importantly, a lot of success in financial services. He was the chief operating officer of a business just down the road from us here called Prime Meridian Direct, which his brother and his father started. So as a family, they've actually had a lot of success in the insurance space. His father founded Clientele Life all those many years ago. It's one of the biggest long-term insurers in the country. They founded PMD. His father's been CEO of a number of businesses in South Africa. So I think he's got his father to thank for getting into insurance sales. But he's got some wonderful financial pedigree. Very lucky to have Mr. Benfield heading up this division. Then Tim and Stacey, they look after all the other accounting requirements in our business. Very important, right? Need to get the numbers right every single month. So they look after the accounting, the auditing, the regulatory requirements that we have in our business. And then myself and Jane. Jane is very experienced in network or referral marketing, and her experience is very important to us as a business because we're an insurance company. Don't label us a network marketing company. If I hear those words come out your mouth, then I'll come and debate with you. We are not a network marketing company. We're an insurance business, right? One that has operated for a very long time. But the network model that we've adopted is one of referral marketing or network marketing, right? So make sure you understand that difference. And Jane has got this wealth of experience. She's from the UK. She's been doing it for pretty much all her career, successfully so too. And so that experience lends to the growth of our business because we use that collaboration that we propose today to grow our business. And then myself, I've been working in advertising for 25 years. I ran a digital agency for 15 years, operated also very heavily in the financial services market. We did a lot of work for all the big banks, particularly Investec. But that's our senior staff. We've got client service staff. We've got admin staff. The mandate of staff of DuePoint is to support everybody that joins us here at DuePoint. So you are certainly not on your own when you join us. all you have to do is just lean into that support. It is in our interest. We can only be successful as a business if the people that we rely on for growth in South Africa are being successful. And so we want to see you being effective. We want to see you being profitable, right? And we want to see you happy. So I think if we can get those things right, then we can only be successful together. So that's the staff, a little bit of background on the business. And then very quickly, just to discuss the circumstance that we find ourselves in South Africa. Not too much hope on the horizon, right? I'm an internal optimist, so I don't moan too much. Might moan in the back of my head, but I don't let it out. I don't know if that's good for anxiety or not. My marriage counselor says I must talk about things and let it out. I suspect everyone sitting here today is not happy with their current financial circumstance. Can I make that assumption? Right? Yeah, not too much prospect on the horizon. This business is about prospect. This business is about opportunity, even where there might not seem like much. This business is the opportunity to change your financial circumstance so that you are happier. Like I said, we want people in this business to be happy. If you are stressed at the end of the month because of all the debit orders that you have coming off your account, right, I want to change that for you. If you're stressed in December when you should be happy because all the costs associated with December and January, well, this business has the opportunity to change that for you. This business is about changing personal finance circumstance. That's what you're here for, right? And that's exactly what we did. 2.5 years ago, we launched this business called DuePoint because Constantia certainly wasn't in the business of changing people's lives. Besides the fact that they mitigated risk for a lot of people through their insurance products, but for the first time through the DuePoint system that we launched in February 2016, members of the public now have the opportunity to join a system that creates wealth. We are not a business that is focused on once-off commission-based sales income. When we launched this business, we decided, right, we want to make or have social impact. And we decided that we needed to teach people and give them the tools to create wealth for themselves. There's no point in making extra money and then you just spend it, right? If we focused on creating wealth, well, then there's a paradigm shift that's required. We require people to start thinking differently about money. I will illustrate this to you because it's a mistake that I find in myself daily, is that I think like a consumer instead of someone who's focused on wealth creation, right? And that's what our business is about. Our number one aspiration for people in this business is to get rid of your debt as quickly as possible. Does anyone even aspire to getting rid of their debt faster than what they're currently doing? I'm not talking about paying your installments every single month, paying your Edgar's account every single month, paying the bond, paying the car lease every single. I'm talking about getting rid of your debt faster than what you mandated to do, right? Because the faster you do it, the sooner you empower yourself to create wealth. So how do you actually create wealth? Well, become debt-free. Suddenly you're wealthier than most people in South Africa if you become debt-free. Second, you liberate yourself to start investing in assets and investments. And that's where wealth lies, because if you have assets and investments that create annuity income and that appreciate every year, you will become wealthier. And that's what we aspire to in this business. That is the language of DuePoint, right? And if you can achieve those two things, I think you're going to be happier. So how does this business work? Well, our guests this afternoon, you have the opportunity to join this business called DuePoint. Once you join us, we refer to you as a wealth engineer. And as a wealth engineer, you've got a single task, and that is to go out and build what we call a channel of distribution. Right, so this is a term you'll become very familiar with. It'll be your number one focus, this channel of distribution. I'll show you what one looks like shortly. But it is basically you going out and just connecting people to our business. That's what we rely on you for, right? To go grow our brand, our name out in the local market, right? And if you're successful in that process, if you can connect other people that ultimately become wealth engineers and product owners here at DuePoint, well, then we reward you. There are a host of benefits waiting for you if you're successful in that process. Number one, primarily being, you get to create an additional income stream. What's better than one paycheck at the end of the month? There we go. There we go, right? Two paychecks at the end of the month is better. But because we are focused on wealth, the nature of the income that we produce at DuePoint is called recurring income. right? Some people refer to it as passive income. You can go Google these terms. Recurring income, passive income, annuity income, all the same thing. It is the ability to derive income off of an asset instead of your activity. There is value in that. Why? Because no one's figured out how to bend time yet. There's only 24 hours in a day. So if you're limiting your income to 24 hours a day, well, then your income is limited. It's called employment. I assume everyone's employed, right? You're working 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. You're going to be doing that for 40, 45 years. You are limited to your salary every single month. What happens next month if you decide to work just an hour extra every single day? Does your income go up 12.5% by the end of that month? Not a chance, eh? Even though the labor law says you've got to pay for overtime. Who gets overtime? No one. That's why we all leave 5 o'clock out the door. But if you focused on income generation through an asset, well, then your income becomes limitless because you have the ability to make money while you're sleeping. And that's what we do here at DuePoint. We're about creating wealth, not once-off income. You get to harness the power of duplication. This is something you certainly want to leverage. It is one of the most important benefits on the slide. It's your opportunity to go out and build a good team that will increase your asset size and increase your recurring income tenfold faster. If you build a good, strong team, well, then your income can build so much faster. Your channel can grow so much bigger. Build a good team. Right? I'll show you the power of leverage that exists in this business. Our business is FlexiTime. The technology that we've imposed here at DuePoint allows you to build your channel of distribution at any time of the day, anywhere in the country. There is no constraint with regards to geography, time. That's absolutely limitless. You can start building your channel tomorrow in Cape Town, overnight, no expense to you. Automatically, because of technology. We're very much a technology-forward business. There's no startup capital. Right? There's no starter fees, there's no registration costs. We're not going to tell you need to buy 1,000 rands worth of boxes of milkshakes today to go home with. Right? We're all chuckling, we've all been there before, right? Garage full. Yes, we've been there before. We've designed this business to have a very low barrier to entry. Why? Because we want to make the business, one, as accessible to the average South African as possible, and number two, so that people can consider doing this business without the risk of losing their shirts. In brackets, your savings. Imagine I said to you this business costs 5,000 rand to start with. How many people would consider? I don't know. I think some people go, oh, well, now it's 5,000 rand. It must be valuable. Let me go sell something. Let me go get a loan. Right? But we don't do that because we don't want to jeopardize your wealth creation through this opportunity. We want everybody to be able to consider the opportunity without any risk or fear. At the same time, there's no qualifications or experience requirements. Anyone can join. You get to build an asset that you have ownership over. This is very important. You have legal tender over your channel of distribution. If your channel of distribution is creating 10,000 rand a month in income, it has value, a lot of value. You have the opportunity to sell it if you want to. And then the antithesis of your active income, which ends at 60, 65, right? Called retirement. Retirement's the same as retrenchment, by the way. You lose your job in both cases. Except the one you get a cake. You get a cake for the one and everyone's happy for you, even though you know and you're probably stressing because you realize you can't afford to be retired. But if you've got an asset that's paying out recurring income, assets don't retire you. This business can pay you through your 60s, your 70s, your 80s until you die one day. And when you die, that asset will be seeded onto your beneficiaries, onto your children. Who would like to pass wealth onto their children? Right? Guess what percentage of South Africans pass wealth, asset value onto their children? Very, very, very little. But again, we want DuePoint to stand out. Right? So that's your opportunity. You should be happy to be sacrificing time into building this channel of distribution, knowing that you have ownership over it. And there's no selling involved in our business. Absolutely none. Our code of conduct explicitly states that you may not promote our products. Don't even talk about our products. Who's confused now? we're not selling products. What are we doing in this business? What you're going to be doing is telling people, connecting people to the business opportunity. Not our products, to the business opportunity. You need that point to sink in, because still I'll have people afterwards come to me and say, now when I'm telling people about the Access Wealth product, I'll go, no, you're not going to tell anyone about the product. That is my job. The website has got information. YouTube's got information on our products. You don't need to tell anyone about our products. You need to tell people about the business opportunity. That's what people want to hear about, right? Financial opportunity, not insurance and investment products. I will tell people. This presentation is the purpose of telling people about our products. And at the same time, because our products are financial, it means we don't have stock and distribution issues. Like I said, there's no boxes of product waiting for you. Did anyone bring a bucket to the presentation today? Don't have to worry about it. It's convenient in itself with regards to the products, but your success is certainly predicated on your ability to build a channel of distribution. Remember, I told you I was going to show you what one looks like. It begins with you. You become a wealth engineer and a product owner here at DuePoint, and now you are tasked with going out and finding other people who want to become wealth engineers, who want to create recurring income, right? And so you might go speak to a handful of people, 5 of which decide to become wealth engineers and product owners. That is you being successful at building a channel of distribution. And from that point onwards, you now have this power duplication. Your channel will start to grow, whether you like it or not. Right? We've got thousands of examples of people who have started and then they just stopped. Some of them left and their channels just kept growing and growing and growing and growing and growing, unbeknown to them. We've got some people that joined us February 2016. They did the business for a few months. Their channels have got over 5,000 people in it. And they don't even know it, right? Because they walked away. They got impatient. They thought they would be millionaires in 3 months. You have to let the time, let the numbers, the size of your channel develop. This is what a channel of distribution looks like. That is the only effort you've put in. You only put people in on your first point, right? The rest of the channel takes care of itself. You have to be discerning, though, in who you bring into your business. If you picture yourself or imagine yourself as the CEO, who are you going to bring into your business on your first point? That first point is like a board of directors, right? Do you bring in strong board of directors or weak board of directors? And what does a strong wealth engineer look like compared to a weak wealth engineer? A strong wealth engineer is someone who has the resources to thrive as a wealth engineer. A weak one is one that doesn't have any resources. You might be thinking, well, they need help. Well, they might need help. You're free to help them, but they're not going to help your business because they're going to be sending you please call me's. They're going to say they don't have data. They're going to say they don't know how to use the internet. They don't have a smartphone. They don't have this. They don't have that. And if you keep bringing weak people into your business, your entire channel will collapse every other month. Because that behavior, your behavior at the top, defines what your channel is going to look like. Bring in strong people at the beginning. All right, so this is just a tip. But this is what a channel of distribution looks like. And you're potentially being paid for every single product that you see on the screen there, every single month going forward. My wish is that wealth engineers will build strong, sustainable channels. So you're in a position one day where you can take 3 months holiday knowing that DuePoint's going to pay you every single month without you doing anything. That's what happens when an asset pays you out instead of being activity-based income. All right, so that's the channel distribution. My warning to you is we're not unlike any other entrepreneurial opportunity in the fact that it requires hard work. To become good, to become successful, to become a professional at anything might look nice and shiny on the outside. Anyone got any successful entrepreneur friends? Looks good from the outside, right? They're always nicely dressed. They seem to be buying new shoes every month. The spouse is good looking. They've got a nice house, nice car. The dog's good looking, right? All these nice things from the outside. But you scratch the surface, that's what it looks like underneath. You're not aware of the time those people are putting in, the late nights, the stress that they endure, the times when they think, I should give up. This is getting too hard. People are letting me down. Obstacles. Your success is defined by your endurance in this business, not by who you are or what you can do or your skill level. It is defined by endurance. Endurance conquers everything, no matter what you think you're seeing in the mirror. This is my warning to everyone. Do not think you can be successful any other way. It doesn't happen overnight. Those are lotto numbers. There's no lotto numbers here at DuePoint, right? But we have much better odds than the lotto. That's the good thing. All right, so let's discuss our products. We've got 4 products that you can consider this afternoon. Their benefit is all financial in nature, so they are there and they're designed around wealth creation, right? Our products are not arbitrary products. Like I said, they're not milkshakes. These products are designed to help you get to that wealth status as quickly as possible. And so the products are designed to either boost your wealth, protect your assets, or lower your cost of living every single month. The first product is our investment product. It's called Access Wealth. It's going to cost you 324 Rand a month. 100 Rand is going to be invested into a tax-free investment fund in your name. You've got full access to that. There's no delay period accessing those funds. And then on top of that, we give you 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. Right? So if you have this investment in place, 100 Rand will be going into your investment account, and if you're killed in any form of accident, we'll pay out your beneficiaries 120,000 Rand plus whatever's in the investment. All right, so this is Access Wealth, the investment product. The second product is insurance only. It's called Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is going to cost you 249 Rand. It is strictly personal accident death cover, but you get 1 million Rands worth of cover with this product. The beauty of our personal accident cover product is that there is no discrimination against your state of health or your age, unless you're under the age of 18. But if you're over the age of 18, anyone can take out this product. You can be 60 years old, you can be diabetic, you can have a heart condition. The premium is the same for everybody. There's no discrimination. You never need to see a nurse. You don't have to put in doctor's reports. It is a very clean, straightforward product, accessible to everybody. The third product is called Family Wealth. Family Wealth is a funeral cover product, right? So it covers you for death, and it covers, it has benefit towards your funeral costs. So for 299 Rand a month, you get 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. It covers up to 5 family members, and you get 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection. So that debt that you have, we will cover up to 10,000 Rand plus pay the 20,000 Rand towards your funeral costs, and then you can increase your cover to 30,000 Rand as well as up to 10 family members. And again, there's no discrimination, because there you see it says no excluded pre-existing conditions, right? Doesn't matter what your age is, your health status, you can still take this product out and benefit from the cover that you receive from this funeral cover product. So that's Family Wealth. And then lastly is our Wealth Points product. Wealth Points is going to cost you 299 Rand a month, and this product aims to lower your cost of living. So think about all the money that you spend every single month. Cost of living expenses, right? This product is designed to lower that cost for you. And so the benefit here is immediate. You can start benefiting from these discounts that we've negotiated with a list of companies that you see over there immediately. Always on Wi-Fi data, 36 Rand for a gig of data. Right? That's unheard of. That's because they're giving us 67% discount off their data rates. ShopRite Checkers, 2.5% off your entire trolley, as much as you want to shop at ShopRite Checkers. Unlimited. Right? We've got a host of other online retailers. Hershey's is quite a popular one. Then we've got car manufacturers. You want to buy a car? You get a 5, 10, 20% discount. That's massive savings through those car manufacturers. We are adding partners to this product all the time, so we're about to launch one now. I feel like I keep saying that every time, but we are in the final throes of launching a new telecoms partner. That's going to be very exciting, and some huge discounts and savings on that. So this is Wealth Points. If you have any products or questions around the products, come speak to me. Otherwise, like I said, there's lots of information on our website, on the YouTube channel. So what separates us from other traditional insurance companies? Well, it's our marketing model, right? Remember at the beginning I said, we've got Jane. Jane is an expert in referral network marketing, and that's the difference between us and other businesses. Whereas other businesses, like one down the road, Prime Meridian Direct, they spend a fortune on marketing and advertising every single month. Right? You see PMD ads all the time, right? PMD billboards. They're on TV constantly. Have you ever seen a DuePoint ad on TV? Heard us on the radio, seen a DuePoint billboard anywhere? No, because we don't do any advertising. We don't spend a cent on marketing this business. But what we do is we still take that portion of our budget, and instead of spending it on marketing, what we do is we give it to our wealth engineers for the work that you guys do in going out and referring the business opportunity to people. right? And so we don't have to spend the billions on marketing. We can take that portion of the budget, give it to our wealth engineers, and that's the way you earn. There's the two programs we have at DuePoint, our returns program and the rewards program. The returns program is that monthly income that you get to generate at DuePoint, because we pay out a base return fee of R27.50 for every product you have in your channel. Remember the slide with all the dots on? Imagine earning off of every single dot on that slide every single month, because it's recurring income. It's not once-off income, right? But it's dependent on where the product lies in relation to you. So the first 5 people that you introduce to DuePoint lie on what we call your first point. You see, the product is 1 point away from you. And on your first point, you earn double the R27.50. And when those people go out and connect other people into your channel, that product lies on your second point. And on your second point, again, you earn R55 for every product every single month. So on and so forth. And as your channel starts to grow out further and further and further, the product gets further away from you. The multiplier drops steadily to 0.8. At 0.8, you're earning 4% of R27.50, but we don't limit you there. There is no limitation to how big your channel can get. From 0.8, we will keep paying 4% in theory to infinity. There is no limitation to how much money you can earn here at DuePoint. It comes down to time and numbers. Time and numbers. You take care of the numbers on your first point, your channel will get taken care of by time. Can't rush time. If you're one of those people that get impatient quickly, well, this is going to be a test of your patience, right? Because everything starts at 0. You need to have a long-term plan here at DuePoint. We are about long-term. This is not a smash and grab business. Have a long-term plan. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want in 10 years? Because you'll see channels that have developed over the space of 2 years, right? And they are beyond 0.30 already in 2 years. But can I tell you when our biggest drop-off is? Do you know when the most people quit this business? Month 2. Month 2. It's not McDonald's drive-through, right? How can people not wait longer than 60 days to do anything, right? And that's the number I'm fighting constantly. Is get people just to have a little bit of endurance, not a 5-kilometer park run. We are doing Comrades Marathon here. You have to have the Comrades Marathon mentality. Set the pace and just get through it, kilometer by kilometer by kilometer. All right. So the next question is, well, how fast do we need to run to get wealthy in this business? Is my time worth it? How much money can we earn in a certain amount of time? And so this projection will tell you how much money you can earn. If in your first month you can connect 3 people into our business. 3, not 5, 3 in the first month. And then every month thereafter you've got to bring in 2 new people onto your first point, every single month. And if you can do that into perpetuity, you can expect to earn these numbers. After 6 months you could be earning R2,500 a month. Is that worth your time? See, the problem is in employment, someone's told you what your time is worth, right? They've labeled you. And so this is a bit of a tricky question. Is R2,500 after 6 months of work worth your time? Well, everyone would love an extra 2.5 in their wallets right now for doing nothing, right? But if you had to work 6 months for it, I can say statistically people don't have that endurance, because I know most people quit after 2-3 months. We make the mistake of thinking like consumers. You look at the R2,500 and you already decided how you can spend it. Right? Realistically, think about it. If I put R2,500 into your pocket right now, today, Friday lunchtime, how long is the money going to last? Think about it. You don't have to tell me. Think about it in your head. How long will the R2,500 last? How many of us have decided I'm going to put that money into my debt to pay something or something off a little bit faster? No one. No one in the room has thought about that. Right? Not even me. I know what I want to buy with R2,500, but this is the mistake. This is the paradigm shift that's required. Because if you focused on wealth creation, you can turn the R2,500 into R1 million. How? Well, pay your debt off faster. You have someone with R1 million bond. At Prime Plus 2, they're paying 11,500 Rand to the bank for 20 years before they become a homeowner on a 1 million Rand property. But if you take the 2,500 Rand and you pay that bond off a little bit faster, it'll save you nearly 900,000 Rand in interest. And you'll pay the bond off in nearly half the time. Why do you think the bank lends out money? Because they're clever. Because they took the lesson on compound interest. Consumers were on the wrong side of compound interest. Microlenders, shops that offer hire purchase, credit, any of that is there to make money out of us because we're not patient enough to plan ahead. Right? We need to get people in our business. We want to get people on the right side of compound interest. It is liberating. At month 12, you're earning in excess of 100,000 Rand annually. Who would like a 100,000 Rand check every Christmas? I always say Christmas like it's a Christmas present, but I know then you're going to spend the money. 100,000 Rand in January, rather. Then you'll spend it on school fees, stationery, school shoes for the kids instead of Christmas presents and traveling. 100,000 Rand every year, over and above your salary. That's 12 months away. At 24 months, you're earning nearly 30,000 a month. Imagine 30,000 Rand a month arriving in your bank account every single month. That would be a nice SMS to get from the bank. It'll dull the pain from the 20 debit order SMSs you get at the end of the month too. Right? You keep going. At month 36, you're close to 50,000 Rand a month. Month 48, close to 70,000. Month 60, 5 years from now. 5 years from now. 85,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million in annual recurring income that DuePoint will be paying you every single year. Who would like a 1 million Rand check? See, no one puts their hands up. You're all thinking, it's depressing me because I know I don't have that. Imagine picking up a check with your name on it and it's got a 1 and 6 zeros on it. And there's no lotto number on that thing. You've earned that money for yourself. And it's not once off, it's every single year, an extra R1 million a year that you get to pick up. But this is academic. This is just an example. It's academic, right? People do less than the 2 a month. Some people do more than 2 a month. You get to decide what you want to do in this business. I don't dictate to you what you do in this business. No one gets a phone call from me in the mornings. But we've got wealth engineers doing this. So we're very lucky. We've got Renee and Henny back at head office, right? So take a look. They're not paid actors. These are real wealth engineers that have been through the labor of trying to build a channel of distribution. So they've been doing it for 6 months. This was last month's data. So it's your 7th month now, right? They are ranked 2 already. The value of their channel sitting at 1,600 Rand a month. They introduced 14 people onto their first point in the space of 6 months. That's translated to 33 products in their channel. And they have aspirations of getting to 1,000 products. So they've only got 967 to go. I'm hoping that that number's reduced since we last saw you. But this is what it looks like. 6 months in, right? You can look at the 1,600 and go, sure, that's less than the 2,500. Is that really worth my time? Is that really worth my time? That's the ego talking. That's the ego talking, right? The ego lends to impatience. You've got to go, well, let me look at it from a different point of view. Let me look at it from a wealth point of view. 1,600 Rand every single month. To generate that in any other way, I would need an asset similar to a DuePoint channel that could pay out 1,600 Rand a month. Well, there is. It's called a savings or an investment. And you would need 400,000 Rand in an investment, paying out 5% annually to derive 1,600 Rand a month. Who's got 500,000 Rand sitting in their bank account, just sitting there generating money for you? Do you see the problem? That's the question you're going to ask yourself when you get to retirement. How much money do I have in my retirement fund, my investment, my pension? Because that's the money you depend on to pay out interest to you every single month to live off. And if 500,000 Rand only pays out under 2,000 Rand a month, can you live on 2,000 Rand a month? Well, now you've got to ask yourself, well, how much do I need when I get to retirement? 15,000, 20,000? We're now talking 4 or 5 million in your investment. You need more than 20,000 a month? Now we're starting to head towards 6 million in your investment. Who's saving towards 6 million Rand in the investment by retirement? You see the problem? Do not look at the 1,600 Rand a month and go, that does not look worth my time, because you've got 40 years, if you're 20, to work towards something that is meaningful towards you, right? Donnie, so what we did last month was we showcased a couple of wealth engineers that got to 1,000 products in their businesses. They're earning over 20,000 Rand a month. Donnie did it in 16 months, right? In his first month, he connected only one person. But then his belief started building in the business. He became a lot more committed to DuePoint, and then suddenly he was averaging 5 brand new people on his first point every single month. That got him to 1,200 products in 16 months, earning 20 to 30,000 Rand a month, and he helped 13 other families start generating income for themselves. That's good news, right? It's not just about yourself. When you can go empower other people to start earning money in your business. Then we've got Patrick and Pumi. They took 11 months to get to nearly 1,400 products. So now we're talking about at least 30,000 Rand a month. In their first month, they connected 14 people in their first month. Who thinks they can do 14 people in 1 month? Not desperate people, strong people. Strong people, right? Then they were averaging 8 people a month. They helped 13 people alone on their first point to start generating income. We've got thousands of people joining this business. Every single month, we invite them up onto stage. Every month, you can go watch all their testimonies on YouTube to understand what this journey has in store for you. It is not all roses. I'll warn you now, right? You will hear the frustration in people's voices, because this is a people volunteer-based business. Yet, success is undeniable to those with endurance. You get to decide what you want. I've got a table here in front of me. I've got 1,000 Rand a month, 10,000 Rand a month, 100,000 Rand a month. You decide what you want on the table. I don't say stand in a line, you get 1,000, you get 10, you get 100,000, you 3,500. You decide what you want. So the decision for me goes beyond what you want, because what you want is a fleeting thought. Think about what you want. I mentioned the 1,000, the 10,000, the 100,000. Which one did you jump to? Right? That takes a split second to decide what you want. For me, the very practical decision is, how does DuePoint fit into your life? We're not a New Year's resolution. We're not a hobby. The business is designed to change people's lives. And it has, and it is. You have to decide what you want DuePoint to do for you. But it comes with the same decision. Where does DuePoint fit? Can you fit DuePoint into your life every Friday at lunchtime? You just decide, that's DuePoint time. Friday lunchtime. That's what I count myself to. Or is it on the weekends? Or is it in the week in the evenings? You get to decide what that looks like. I told you, you can do this business anytime, anywhere. Getting started, very straightforward. It takes you 5 minutes to become a wealth engineer. Read your code of conduct. It defines what you cannot do, more importantly. Complete the online training. Start immersing yourself in this business. There is so much knowledge that we've created, and so many lessons, tips from other wealth engineers that are all available to you on our YouTube channel, right? Hundreds of hours worth of knowledge. Set goals for yourself. Decide what you want. Put a deadline on it. A goal is not a goal without a deadline. And then design the plan that will get you there. If you want 10,000 Rand after 12 months, I know you have to be putting in 2-3 people every month. But then the number you've got to keep yourself accountable to is, how many people do I need to speak to? Anyone scared of speaking to people? I'm big on self-improvement. Big on self-improvement. So don't be scared to put your hand on me and say, I hate speaking to people, right? I didn't even like standing on stage when I joined this business. 300 presentations later will change a person. I can do this presentation in my sleep now. All you have to do is speak to people. You might have to speak to 10 to get 3 to join every month. But that's the number that you keep yourself accountable to, is the 10. I only need to speak to 10. It doesn't matter if they say yes or no. I can't predict if they're going to say yes or no. So why worry about it? The only number I need to worry about is how many people I decide to speak to every single month. And that is your comrades marathon. 10 people every single month until you get to where you need to get to. Right? Merchandise is not a profit center for us. These are tools to help empower your credibility in this business. Like I said, we don't do any marketing. And so if you go outside and you say to someone, I've got this wonderful business opportunity for you with a business called DuePoint, there's no brand value. in that proposition, right? That's what marketing and advertising is all about. It's to create brand value. Brand value lends to credibility. Credibility lends to trust. Trust will help the transaction take place. So when you approach someone, make sure that they can see that you have belief in the business, that you take the business seriously. Have a notebook. Have business cards, right? It will help your credibility. Trust the person who's worked in advertising. I promise you it works. You don't want to have to speak to 10 to get 3 to join. You want to speak to 6 to get 3 to join. That ratio over there is dependent on your ability to connect people effectively. The merchandise will help you do a better job. Get the business cards. We can send them anywhere in the country. Join the Facebook page. Constant content being produced there. YouTube's got all our videos. More importantly, it is that camera. That camera uses the YouTube platform to broadcast out to the entire country 8 times a week. That's 8 opportunities every week that you can build your channel in any town in South Africa. Any town. You send them a link, say, click on the link, I'll phone you afterwards. How many times a day can you do that? You could do it 1,000 times a day if you had the numbers, right? Use the technology. Download our mobile app. The mobile app tells you exactly what's happening in your channel in real time. When you wake up in the morning, you want to see that number go up while you were sleeping. That is proof that you can make money while you're sleeping. Right? So make sure you download the app on Google, Android devices and Apple devices. Then onto our XP Rewards program. So the rewards program is the cherry on top here at DuePoint. Right? It's not as important as the money, the returns that you earn every single month, but we certainly have a little bit of fun on this journey towards your success, to acquiring wealth, right? So how does the XP Rewards program work? Basically, if you become a wealth engineer this afternoon, you will start out as a rank 0 wealth engineer. But to become rank 1, you need 1,000 XP, you need 4 products in your qualified channel. And when you meet those 2 criteria, you become rank 1 and we give you a once-off 55 Rand reward. How do you earn XP? We give you XP for everything. Just by being in this presentation or watching online, you're getting XP. If you bring guests with you, you get extra XP. There's 20 different things that earn you XP. You can get 1,000 XP in 20 seconds, right? Get the 4 products in your qualified channel and get onto the board. Because if you can get onto the board, you can get anywhere on the board. The people at rank 1 are doing the same thing the people at rank 20 are doing. They're speaking to people. That's all they're doing, speaking to people. Click on the link, watch the presentation, I'll phone you afterwards. That's all they're doing. Rinse and repeat. Time and numbers. Our business is straightforward. Right? So you think, what's 55 Rand going to buy me? Well, what's 20,000 Rand going to buy you? What can 50,000 Rand over and above your salary and over and above the income that you're generating at DuePoint buy you? It's a journey. This is what your journey looks like. We give tools to our wealth engineer along the way to help them build their channels more effectively. Fancy little USB sticks, very expensive business cards. Why? Because again, credibility plays a part in your success connecting people. These business cards cost us 12,500 Rand for a single set to be manufactured in your name. Who would like gold emblazoned business cards that are 4 times thicker than any other business card? Who would like business cards that are heavier and shinier than the CEO of Anglo American's business card? Right? You're the most important person in the room when you put that business card down on the table. You go watch that movie, American Psycho, with Christian Bale. Anyone watch that movie? There's a tense scene in that movie where all the stockbrokers are around the table bragging about the new business cards that they got. They all throw their fancy business cards on the table. If you were in the scene with those business cards, you would have won. And then rank 9. The rank everyone gets excited about, right? Renee and Henny, very excited. They want to go to Mauritius. They've been before, they want to go again. But I think once they've gone with DuePoint to Mauritius, well, I don't know if they'll be able to top that. So this happens every year. We will, once you get to 1,000 products in your channel, we will take you and your family every single year for the rest of your life. Business class flights there and back, 7 days away, a 5-star luxury resort, so that you can feel what it feels like to be a millionaire for a week, because that's where you headed with DuePoint. Who believes me? Got some glum-looking faces here. I'm just wondering, are you depressed because you don't have rank 9 in your life yet? Or you got dragged here when instead you wanted to go to the pub? So this is rank 9. I'm going to show you some video from our last trip. So this is our documented footage of rank 9 last year. We went to the Western Turtle Bay in Mauritius. We've got a new resort we're going to this year. But everyone in this room can get to rank 9.
When all of your wind has gone and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Everyone imagine their toes in the sand? Some people got to rank 9 in 5 months. Imagine going from 0 to 1,000 products in 5 months. Anyone like to break records? Yes? Well, break the record. This happens every year. We don't reset your XP to 0. You will keep building towards rank 9. If you have the endurance, you will get there. And then rank 11 awaits you. And at rank 11, we spend R250,000 buying you a brand new car, cash in your name, no debit order at the end of the month. How close are you to becoming debt-free by the time you're at rank 11? Choose any car you want. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with free petrol. Unfortunately, we might have to work on a product or a rank. Rank 22, free petrol. So that's what our rewards program looks like. We are at rank 11. Our rewards program goes up to rank 28 so far. So we've mapped it out for what we think is 20, 25 years for our active wealth engineers. Right? This is what awaits you. You're just getting warmed up. Can you believe that you're just getting warmed up from rank 11? You might think you're rich by rank 11, but I'm saying there is so much more awaiting you, right? I hope that your belief system starts to evolve in this process. We have some national encounters planned for the next few months, right? We want to make the most out of these warmer months here in South Africa. When everyone thinks they're starting to feel the holiday coming on, right? You start doing a little bit less work at work. You start going home a little bit earlier. You're loving life a little bit too much. At DuePoint, no one goes on holiday until you're wealthy. Does that depress you? You think, what am I getting myself involved in here? Public holidays are the busiest days at DuePoint. Did you know that? Everyone else is relaxing. We're creating wealth. And so we have 5 opportunities for you to build significant channels in 5 different cities around South Africa, because we're going to be visiting these cities and we will be instilling and cementing belief in this business. It is your opportunity to make a list of these cities and put people under every single city. Decide who you know in those cities. If you don't know anyone in those cities, find someone who does. Get names, get numbers. Register these people to come to this event. Because by the end of the year, you could have a channel that is national. And you could be wealthier in December than you were last December. This is massive opportunity, right? Go onto our website, click on the events button. You will see those encounters listed there. Click on register and fill out your name and your guests' names. And make sure, even if you can't attend, make sure that your guests get there, right? Plenty opportunity in the next few months. And with that, my invitation to our guests this afternoon is come join us at DuePoint with all the support in the world, where we want to see you effective, profitable, and happy. And for the next 3 months, I hope that you can commit it to building this business. Who was I speaking to the other day? I got stopped for a speeding fine. Traffic cop. I've got a new car. So you know you've got the paper disc at the back. But it's a bakkie, so it's right on the back window, and the traffic cop, he couldn't get to it. So then he came back to me and he said, no, I'm going to let you go this time. Right? And he gave me whatever excuse. And then he said to me, he made some mention about, this year has been terrible. He says, I thought 2018 was going to be a good year. He says, it's just another terrible year. Because we were talking about the price of fuel. Right? Because he's also got a Ford bakkie. And I thought to myself, he's given up. He's given up. There's still 3-4 months left of the year. He's given up. How many of us are going to give up? Today, have you given up already for 2018? Because I can tell you, you still got 4 months left to create wealth. Plenty opportunity. Maybe you'll be one of the people on Facebook that go, 2018 was a great year. Everyone's going to look at you like this. That's true. You have to create your own reality. If you give up, you'll be like the swarms of people complaining year after year, waiting for the economy to change, waiting for their company, their industry to start booming. That's not going to happen. We have to make it happen for ourselves. And that is the invitation, to take control over your income. And there's no pressure. I've got full confidence in this business. You want to quit after one day, you can quit. There's less risk in this business than a gym contract. Think about that. Right? So, for those of you that are still skeptical, I'm not speaking to the people that are like, can you keep quiet so I can go join now? I'm talking to the other people, the skeptics. This business is designed to be low risk enough that you can try it anyway. Come, I'll take a bet with you. Anyone who wants to take a bet with me, you come to the front, I'll take a bet with you. You put 30 days into this business, I guarantee you, you'll be wealthier next month than you are last month. Anyone willing to take that bet from me? You don't have to come up. But that is my invitation to you. If you have any questions, come speak to me, and I really sincerely wish prosperity for the rest of this year. Good luck. Thank you.